This episode of Ask the 8 Ball Podcast is brought to you by Bebop's, Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, and the Mullen team at Remax Revolutions.
Hi, I'm Quinn, and I'm listening to my daddy and Cody.
Good job, baby.
I loved my baseball cards when I was a kid, and I was in Hawaii. I grew up, and we were fans of the Atlanta Braves because that was the first cable station that went down.
TBS.
Was TBS.
Yeah.
And Bob Horner and this guy Gene Carver who threw this not curveball, but sidearm from almost turned around like to the outfield in the beginning of his stance, and then
like Hideki Nomo used to do, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, Cody?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Oh, not a lot. What's new?
I don't know, man. Let's ask the 8 Ball. Well, here we go, guys. Season 4 finale.
Episode 22, season 4.
Yeah.
The finale.
The finale. We've
of
got
the season.
Previous guest who missed out on being in season 3's finale by one episode last time.
right,
Nice.
and that then stumbled into this one because
Yeah.
we've by all circumstances we have not been able to set it up because of
most
this
of it's
and that.
been my fault for my schedule.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna
tonight's
say.
worked. No, that's fine. I take full credit minus 20%.
Minus,
Yeah.
and then he'll put the 21% on me
Yes.
because
math.
he's good with math like that.
Simple. I went to Roosevelt. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
John Bush, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm totally stoked.
Hey, thanks for working with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to come to this joint too, man.
Yeah.
I've been
We
here
are
too
at-
drunk to remember, but I remember that I was here.
Yeah,
but
we
that's
are
about
at Truman's Pizza Tavern right on the corner of Southeast 6th and MLK.
Yep.
Fantastic food. They got live music all
Yeah.
summer. Fantastic breakfast. We were just talking about their breakfast.
They've
You
got,
can always tell. Sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
by the house salad because that can come out sometimes not great. Well, it comes out all fresh and nice for me, and I had my dressings and it was very fresh.
Yeah.
Okay? And then I got the wings dry with the Alabama sauce. Go with this call, folks. It was really amazing. And the juiciness popped in my mouth.
Yeah. The Alabama White.
The Alabama
sauce.
white.
Yep.
Yeah, white and zesty, much like myself.
There you go.
There you go.
And dude, this is the only place that I've gone that has Dorothy Lynch as a dressing.
Yeah, that is. Who was she?
I don't know, but she makes a delicious dressing.
Was she one of the pioneers?
She was the pioneers of salad.
She's a.
I'm gonna.
She was. They replaced
I'm gonna Google Dorothy Lynch
Caesar.
real quick.
It was Caesar's wife.
Okay, Google that.
Yeah.
Well, I ask another question that you'll have to Google,
Yes.
which is, was it was it Russian dressing forever? And then the Red Scare happened here in America, and they're like, we're calling it Thousand Islands. Was that why? Because Russian dressing and Thousand Islands are the same dressing.
I don't think so.
I do.
I have no
they're
idea
like-
what Russian dressing is.
Russian dressing is more like a
Russian
French,
dressing
isn't it?
is like mayonnaise, ketchup, and
Is
relish.
it? I'm thinking of French. French
Right.
dressing is just all red.
Like
Yeah.
it's basically what
Yeah.
they put on the Big Mac is I think Russian dressing.
Russian dressing. Okay, fair
But
enough.
it's also known as Thousand Island.
Did that have to change when they invaded Ukraine? They're like,
No, that's
we can't
way
call it Russian
earlier.
dr-"
That was the. This is like the before
I
that.
don't think I've ever heard of Russian dressing.
The Cold War. You've never heard of Russian dressing?
I've heard of the Cold War. I've never heard of Russian dressing.
You never heard Russian dressing?
I don't think so.
I've heard French.
Can you
I
say
thought I
that?
heard-
Can
I
you
thought
say
I
that as
heard-
2 words?
No. One run-on sentence. So Dorothy Lynch, per legend, the dressing was created by a woman of the same name who, with her husband, ran a restaurant at the Legion Club in St. Paul, Nebraska in the 40s.
Okay.
Ah,
Almost ran out of breath saying that. And
That's why it's
popularity
not
of her homemade
popular, 'cause it
dressing grew
started
among
in Nebraska.
patrons and then-
And so he said here that it's French. So again, maybe the French.
But it said...
well, it's Des Moines, a French colony kind of thing.
It's French
so
for the Moines.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw a shirt like that at that place in East Village, Ray Gun. But,
Yeah.
it says it's the dressing, which is also used as a dip or a condiment. It's a reddish orange and resembles French dressing, but the addition of celery seed. And
They
other
say that this is the kind of thing that grabs the audience in the beginning of the podcast.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is the kind of.
People are like,
once you get to the point where you're bringing up celery seeds, you know the
Hey,
audience just fully engaged.
name another podcast that has taught you about Dorothy Lynch and French
Yes.
dressing with celery seeds.
We're not only hilarious, we're educational.
Right.
Speaking of podcast, the biggest podcaster essentially in the world, Joe Rogan, he recently talked about your guys on it. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Like a month ago?
Yes, it's so interesting, too, because right at the height of the Kyle Dunnigan Show, our sketch show that we do live on Thursdays, we try to do every Thursday. It's difficult. He's on tour right now. But it's getting a lot of notoriety right now, especially from like Joe Rogan and stuff. Just as people in my life, I have some liberal women in my life who are like, Joe Rogan's an evil, whatever, with what he does. And I'm like, I want to be like, I don't mention, but my podcast is getting a lot of attention.
Right.
But listen, I mean, it's great. We're getting a lot of attention for what we're doing, and I'm excited. I've been performing with Kyle for the last 4 weeks, and then the next couple weeks from my basement as he's doing his tour.
Let's say you said you're making money from your basement.
Yeah, so he does.
That's the all-American dream, right?
He's on a West Coast tour, and I've been performing as Bill Clinton during his game that he calls "What's My Talking About," which is Joe Biden hosts the show, and he says to the audience, "What am I talking about?" when he shows a clip of him speaking.
Oh,
and I'm on there doing Bill Clinton like this, and it's we're killing it. So, but I have to do it at like 11 and 1 in the morning is when I have to go.
Because West Coast time.
Yeah.
See, I said this last time you're on the show. I think you're great. Your impersonations, your voice impressions are fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, I think you're great in general.
Well,
I don't want. He just narrowed it down. I'm gonna generalize it.
I asked Barbie. She said, "Only say 3 nice things about John all night long."
Right.
You say one bad thing, you take away.
Yeah,
you say another nice thing.
It's true. I'm from Edina, Minnesota, which stands for Every Day I Need Attention, which is the joke. If anybody knows Edina, Minnesota, that'll make sense to them. But
is that close to Madden's on Gold Lake?
Well, it is not far. That is the ultimate vacation spot for many Twin Cityans and people who want to go up that area. That he has this amazing fire pink Madden's Gull Lake.
We call that hot pink in high school.
Is it hot
I
pink?
I think so.
I'm gonna send this clip to them and see if But hey,
promoter, can we get a free round of golf?
Can I get a free round of shuffleboard at least?
Oh God, I love that area up there. Anyway, summer it's just legendary.
Yeah.
So John, you're from Hawaii or Minnesota?
Well, I mean it's a sordid tale, but so Superior, Wisconsin, where I was born, and then my dad followed his father and his sister out to Hawaii, where they were involved in retail in Hawaii. And so I spent like the first 5 weeks of my life in Superior, and then Hawaii for the next 11 or 12 years.
I see you've kept the tan, too.
I've kept the tan, very, very white. But yeah, man.
Say I either burn or I'm pasty like a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Yeah. I peel off back into my original paste.
Yeah, if I get cirrhosis, which is possible, they're gonna not be able to tell.
So, have you noticed an influx in viewers on your show since the Joe Rogan shout-outs and then watching the show?
Completely. And it's and the evidence is that Kyle's shows have been, but for I think 1 or maybe 2 on this tour, have been completely sold out.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're definitely finally have some like evidence of big growth. And this is what we kind of go for, is we kind of go for on the show every week. Mm-hmm. We start out Saturday or Sunday talking, and our idea is to have a cold open. You know, the cold open that SNL has before they say Live from New York. In the same way, we have a cold open. And our goal is to have that be open for the show on Thursday, and then to take that and be an Instagram on Kyle's Instagram. You know, he has those videos that those and hopefully then go viral. And most of the time they don't. I mean, they do well.
Yeah.
But every once in a while they explode. And our favorite moment was the Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that video?
I didn't see this one. No.
Can I tell you about it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Will Smith slap happens, and this was just a really fun creative process, because you have to remember that Kurt Metzger is the ultimate joke writer on our show, and Kyle is the ultimate visionary for what he's doing overall. But then we just sometimes have little miracles happen, right? So I'm the jerk who watches the entire Oscars episode because I'm a nerd about that. Like I'm just into the Oscars. Like
right.
I'm not trying to write. I'm like going, I love the Oscars and all the dresses and everything's great.
I'm an award show guy.
So what happened is that we were like, how do we make fun of this slap, the Oscars slap, right? And we noticed that Liza Minnelli's at the end of that broadcast, and she's pushed out in a wheelchair, and she looks like she's out of it.
Yep.
And she has a piece of paper she's kind of shaking, almost like she has Parkinson's or something.
Right.
And Lady Gaga is helping her. And I was looking at, and so we were talking about what can we do? And I said, well, what if there was that moment with Liza Minnelli and Lady Gaga? And they're like, what are you talking about? We looked and we said, we can put anything on that piece of paper we want.
Yeah,
we can put anything on that. What if that piece of paper is the jokes that Chris didn't get to. It's his set list that he dropped backstage. And she picks it up thinking she spoke. This was what she was there to read the nominees for Best Picture. What if we take that and we can put whatever we want on that? What if it's that? And so people check out that. I don't want to do any more.
Yeah, I mean,
but people check it out. That one went viral. That was one of those moments where we had, and then Kurt wrote the jokes.
Yep.
And that meaning that she read the jokes, more jokes that were really harsh about Jada.
Nice.
Which included smelly vagina jokes, which was roast.
I think I know what our fake sponsor of the week's going to be this week.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, but those are the kind of moments that I'm just like, yes. And it was just us three. Just when Kyle, Kurt, and I write at our best stuff, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So you didn't ask, but I had to share it.
No, that's fantastic. So
That's
let's.
great.
So for somebody who isn't sure where to find the show, they want to go on YouTube. Would they just search
Kyle Dunnigan Show, YouTube. And what happens is it's a Thursday night show that goes live.
Okay.
Right now, since he's on tour, we're doing after parties. After parties are usually what happens after the show, and those are for members only.
Right.
But right now, we're kind of like doing this thing where we leave them open to members or everybody for a little bit, and then just exclusive for members, and don't really do a show because it's just too much right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But next Thursday, it's the first week that Kyle doesn't have weekend shows, so we anticipate that next Thursday will be a fresh Kyle Dunnigan Show live.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they'll be live on YouTube.
Next Thursday at
Yep.
so that would be 9:00 Central.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Good to know. And do you have to subscribe to the channel?
You don't have to subscribe to it all, but you can subscribe to.
Subscribing obviously is preferred.
Yes, preferred.
Yes.
Yep. And then you get to see footage behind the scenes of us creating characters, and there are characters that are created that are really amazing, and you get to see that process and stuff like that.
When you do Bill Clinton, do you put the hair on?
So all I do is put the hair on because we have that face replacement stuff. And,
Oh, yeah.
And it's fun because we play it like we kind of want to start something where we're like those two old men from the Muppets. Because these two guys together, because Bill's always like, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And you're trying to ask them what you're talking about. I don't know if you know. But we've been, it's been fun because I come in, and one night I came into the show, and I get to see him doing other stuff before that. So I see a screen. So picture him at the comedy club. Kyle's at a desk. He has the computer in front of him, and there's a big screen. So the crowd sees him doing the impressions with the faces, so it's on the big screen.
Yeah.
And I right before I could see that he was dealing with 4 women in the front row, and and they were being kicked out, and he was like, as Joe Biden trying to call them whores, he was like, "You're a bunch of whores," and then he brought me in, and I was able to because I was listening to that again, and I go, "Oh, I don't know why you're kicking whores out of anywhere. I mean, they're in the first row. Shit, they're right there." And so. Yeah, dude, we've been killing with those two guys. The chemistry with Bill Clinton and Biden is really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We should come up with 2 characters. I don't know who we do, but
I'm terrible at impressions. My impressions always turn out to seem like semi-racist because it's just
the way your brain works.
Using a terrible accent on something, so it's just like, okay, well, that's a terrible impression.
Right. No, one night we had a writing session where, because we can do the face replacement, so we have Snap Cameras, the app we do it on, and we put all ourselves in this app that made us all look Asian versions of ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we'd laugh so hard, and we cried. I mean, really, literally cry. That the fact that, oh God, we could never do this. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen, and we just can't take the chance of doing it.
Have you guys done the sad one yet?
We haven't done. I've heard about the sad filter.
Yeah.
The sad filter, it's funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny, especially if you can catch people that don't know you're doing it and you ask them the right questions. Like, do you guys do TikTok at all?
Kyle's doing TikTok a little bit, but his stuff is a little more. We're still figuring TikTok out for him.
Okay. Yeah,
but
I don't fully understand TikTok. I do enjoy watching it, but making videos on there, I don't fully understand.
Yeah.
But I do get sucked into like a 2-hour suck hole of just
Oh,
yeah.
I love.
And I see a lot of these sad face ones that people do, and they're hilarious.
More often than not, I get to the point where they said, "Hey, you've been scrolling for a long time now. How about you take the phone down and go
It's
to
like
something
Netflix.
else?"
Are you still watching anything but this?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Although I will say that I think that the TikTok I think is the best thing I get out of it. I love watching the farriers, the close up of them like taking the cyst out of the hoof of the horse.
Oh, I love
close up,
those.
and I like watching carpenters make stuff. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
There's a lot of cool crafts stuff on there, man.
The horse ones, like
Hey,
Pimple Popper.
I'm not here to kink shame, but
the
it's too much.
Yeah, that stuff, like the rehoofing a horse.
Yeah.
I love that. Pimple Popper. I don't know why I like
And I
those.
like watching the dance videos. And right now there's that one about my Wiggle Wiggle.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
My
like
Wiggle
watching
Wiggle.
the different
It
dances.
sounds like the older guys. Just
Yeah.
The jiggle
my money
jiggle.
don't jiggle jiggle.
Wiggle, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one's pretty
And I
funny.
like the so talk about this with his girlfriend this week. Do you remember This Old House?
Yeah.
You know how I know I've officially gotten old? I enjoy watching that show now. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
are you
man, it's
kidding me?
still on YouTube. I can go on YouTube and
I'm gonna be honest,
watch
you
it for
texted me
free.
the other day, and I had no idea what you were talking about.
Oh,
Well,
it's
And
awesome.
I'm older than you. I had no idea.
Dude, the best is Antiques Roadshow.
Okay, that's.
I haven't
a good
gotten into
show.
that. My dad used to watch it when I was a kid. I haven't gotten into that.
Oh,
but
watching the disappointment when they're like, and so you know what it is,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
so when they're
absolutely.
like, you brought in this this mic stand, and it's was in a you think in a Rolling Stones show? Well, let's look at the bottom. They're like, so it was. That's definitely a mic stand from the Rolling Stones show. But you washed it with Windex, and the person's like, yeah, like so it's $10, like whatever. Like they did some dumb thing where they try to make it better,
Yeah.
and they take all the value.
like
out
this one was on the Titanic, and we cleaned it up. Well,
no.
okay, don't. Why would you do that?
$0.
Of it.
Yeah, that's great. PBS has some great content. I watched some Bob Ross on Netflix.
I missed the Red Green Show.
Oh,
Is
the
it
Red
still
Green
on?
Show is
I think
great.
it's still
I
on.
don't know. Is it? I don't watch PBS really much anymore, but I remember
No, but
watching
I think
it,
it's still on.
and it was an awesome show.
Yeah, I watch Finding Your Roots, and I'm always a mess at the end. I cry as much, or not more than my wife at TV. And Finding Your Roots is kick ass, man.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Well, so they have these celebrities come on, and they're like, and that the cool African American man, I forget his name. He was the one who was going to have a beer with Obama. I think. Remember, he's a professor. He's very famous. I forget his name. Forgive me.
Neil Tyson.
Cornel West.
No,
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 Neil Tyson. Whatever. his
No, but
name
anyway, we'll get it.
Yeah, we'll
Henry
figure it out.
Louis Gates. Can somebody Google that? Am I right about
is. Henry Louis Gates.
I'm on it.
Henry Louis Gates?
It's our research and development team over here.
Fascinating, very fascinating man, and he hosts Finding Your Roots. So you could also Google that. But he goes on there and he has these celebrities come on, and he tells them their past.
Yeah, Henry Louis Gates. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
literary critic, professor.
Yeah, he's
historian,
amazing.
filmmaker.
So he had on Paula. Oh, what's her name?
Paul Abdul.
No, the Southern cook woman, Paula, who
Oh,
said
Paula
the
Dean.
N
Paula
word.
Dean.
Paula Dean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had her on. It was like almost immediate. Usually it's like, we looked back at Paula Dean's thing and found this and this. And like, as usually you get to this stuff later, but
Yeah.
really fast. Oh, your grandfather was a slave owner, or your great grandfather was like really fast. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's
Fantastic.
like that's the worst thing. She's probably going on there to be like, can I finally get a better image?
Yeah. Yep. And he's like, oh, just throw her under the bus.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Paula, meet the semi
she
coming.
just adds more butter to it. It's good.
That's
she,
right.
She created the cheeseburger with Krispy Kreme buns, right?
Oh, gross.
Oh, did
But
she?
yum
I
at
think
the same
so.
time.
Well, then you know what? You can't knock her for everything. 'Cause
That's true. It's a life changer. Let's roll in the fake sponsor real quick. And we'll come back. Then we'll talk more about
We'll do
this.
some shots and we'll talk more about it.
Deal.
I'll tell you what.
Hey, do you like summer? Do I? Do you like to play catch? You better believe it. With a ball? Is there any other way? Well, do I have the product for you? Introducing Summer Catch Ball, the all-in-one best way to play catch with a ball during summer. Oh man, that's amazing. Where can I get it? You're in luck, my friend. You can pick it up at any store everywhere. Summer Catch Ball. Play catch in the summer with a ball.
Summer Catch Ball can be purchased at CVS, Walgreens, supermarkets, Target, Walmart, Starbucks, Chipotle, Burger King, and other fine retailers. We do not guarantee when summer happens or if there will be sun when you play. Summer Catch Ball does not ensure you will have fun or even be able to catch the ball. Ball may be defective. Summer Catch Ball does not take responsibility for sunburns, scratch stains, stepping in dog poo, rainy days, or lack of friends to play with. If you are addicted to Summer Catch Ball, please seek professional help. We are not responsible for having too much fun disease. Do not eat any part of Summer Catch Ball.
It even works in water.
Summer Catch Ball by Wemo.
During his rant on the course, he said, I can't wait to leave this tour because he's
Yeah.
going to that tour.
Well, and they literally said, well, it's already marked that way. We don't, PA rules, we don't go back and change
Yeah,
it.
but just, Sergio's a little whiny
Yeah.
bitch.
Spaniard.
Spaniard.
Bitch, Daniel, whatever.
Little casual racist.
Cody's like, let's make this PC. Spaniard. You little Spaniard. Yeah, that's-
easy.
That's going to be a new.
Real.
be a new
Are you
diss
from
on
Fort
somebody.
Dodge?
I'm from Lehigh.
Oh,
No,
we
Cody's
get
not
it.
from Lehigh. He's from Dayton.
I was
Ah.
born at the Fort Dodge Hospital, raised on a farm between Dayton and Lehigh.
Raised by raccoons. as
Basically.
Adam
Essentially,
Carolla
yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Or as Cody calls them, Spaniards.
Yeah.
So we're good.
That's what the food tastes like. Cause I was eating out of trash cans, but
Oh boy. Oh boy.
unlike Truman's Fine Pizza here,
Yes,
which
welcome
tastes
back.
absolutely fantastic.
Welcome back. Big thanks to Truman's for having us. Southeast 6th and MLK. Also, big thanks to Bebops and Lola's for sponsoring us. You know, we don't want to just think
Thanks to
people.
the
we only
Mullen
have
Group.
Yeah, the Mullen Group. We don't want people thinking we only have a fake sponsor. We have
Yeah.
real sponsors too.
We do. Check out Truman's. They got the pizza of the month. They also have a new thing starting on Monday the 23rd.
Hold the poster.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
It's a new little comedy show. So we got Perry Thompson hosting. We got some very famous Des Moines comics. Antoinette Stevens. Sorry, I can't read from the side.
Clifton.
Yeah.
Jorge Ramirez. We got Mel
Mackey.
Ruben Johnson the third.
A lot of previous guests on the show.
You know, there's exciting thing as I look at that poster because I've been in this comedy scene for a long time, and I consider myself not. I'm more of I'm a Minnesota comic who went to New York, so I still feel like a visitor in this scene. But I will say that that Antoinette and Melanie Mackey, such good news that there's funny women in the scene, and a lot of them.
And they are both hilarious.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great funny dudes in the scene too. I just recently did a thing at Teehees, and I was like, wow, this comedy scene is awesome.
Yeah.
But the women is so encouraging.
Yeah.
Like really and fresh and not being crude, just being smart.
Yeah, and we've had Antoinette and Mel both on the show, and they're both just the sweetest, most humble, the nicest people.
Yeah.
Mel talks about different genital organs, but it's hilarious.
Yeah,
so
she's, what'd you say? She's the CEO of Mouth Stuff, or what'd you say?
That's what her boyfriend created her business card. It says
so
CEO of
when
Mouth
it's time to
Stuff.
flip the switch, they're just
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, but also just the same off stage as on. So they're like the biggest thing I always say in comedy: don't be doing a character. Don't try to find one. Just be you, and then figure it out from there. And they're both just genuine article.
Yeah, unless you're Bill Clinton.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Well, that's you see, Bill Clinton. Like that's the one thing I was trying to say. Clinton is like his whole thing is, well, you guys, you're the comedians, and I think what you do is fun, and I wish I could be that funny, but I'm not. But I love it.
I've got one question for you, Bill.
Yeah.
I know you didn't inhale, but these vapes now that have the weed in them, is that smoking weed?
Well,
what do you think of those?
The standards change and what you can do and what you can't do. And it used to be you used to be able to, it was kind of fun. You used to be able to rape a girl, but now that's considered not a good thing to do. And so I think if I had to have one of those vapor things, I could probably smoke it now, and then it'd be fine. I wouldn't have to make up excuses.
Just imagine Bill Clinton just signing executive papers in the Oval Office just with the
vape in his hand?
Little vape pen. It's cool. I got a prescription.
By the way, he did say that in an interview when he was pumping this book with the author Patterson.
Yeah.
And he said standards of change as to what you can make a woman do against her will. He said this.
Jesus.
So that's where that joke came from. I wasn't advocating.
Very
Yeah.
kind of him. Very kind of him.
Yes.
To educate us on this. Jesus.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
for-
Yes. With this part of the show, I don't know if you remember this or not, we do a little segment called The Blitz.
Hot, hike!
It's a blitz. It's a blitz. It's a blitz. Yeah, it's a blitz. Let's go.
I love the Blitz. Rock it out.
Perfect. It's my week for the questions. I'll ask you, then I'll ask Cody, and we'll compare answers.
I love this.
I haven't won in 2022.
Because I always like to say around the house, blitz it out, yo. You know,
Time to blitz it, yo. All right, question 1. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. Where is Usher?
What?
Usher is somewhere showing his mediocre Michael Jackson impression.
Okay. Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what is oomph? O-O-M-F. Oomph.
O-O-M-M, oomph?
O-O-M-F. Oomph.
I think it's the thrust of the pelvis into a warm and wet place.
Love it. Question 3. Where does vanilla flavoring come from?
Well, it's vanilla bean extract, and I don't know where that would probably be around the world. I would suspect in some kind of South American setting, or maybe like Brazil or a rainforest.
Okay. Question 4. What's more fun, sex or getting drunk and grocery shopping?
Oh, sex.
Okay. Question 5. The first person to ever milked a cow, what do you think they were actually trying to do?
I don't know, man. They were down there and they thought this thing has I don't know how many udders there are, but 6 dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe, and then they were like tasted it. They were like, maybe this would be good with Kahlua. I don't know. I don't know.
And the last question. Your significant other is kidnapped and being held 30 minutes away. You're driving to rescue them. Do you have music playing? And if so, what music?
Well, that has to be 30 minutes away. Probably Ames.
Yep.
So, no, I'm trying to think of something funny to say. I would just be freaking the fuck out. And then I have no money really I don't know what the...
What's your ransom?
I don't know what the ransom would be. So, I would say NPR would be on just because that's what's in my car.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be smart when I say that.
No, that's fair. That's the blitz. Cody, you're up.
All right, let's get this.
Question 1. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. Where is Usher?
He is showing people to their seats at the movie theater.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe a different Usher, but you just answered. I like it.
I like it.
Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what is OOMF? O-O-M-F.
Oomph is kind of like what the girl did on Private Parts where she sat on the speaker. That's what the sound she made when he hit the bass real hard. That oomph.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Question 3. Where does vanilla flavoring come from?
The little bottle you pour into the teaspoon and put it in your cookies and your dough and whatever else you're making.
Oh.
Okay. Question 4. What's more fun, sex or getting drunk and grocery shopping?
Well, since I've never had sex, I want to go with getting drunk and grocery shopping.
Wow.
The honesty is fantastic around here. Self-awareness. It's key. Question 5. The first person that ever milked a cow, what do you think they were actually trying to do?
Man, that's a very tough question. Because I think they do have 6 or 8 udders. Dicks, whatever you want to call it.
Thank you.
It had to be something sexual. Like,
I think they're just.
I'm just
we'll
like,
get into the answer.
Yeah, I'm just like, I think he's like, let me see what this tastes like. He's like, I just want to put my mouth on something. That's my answer. I just want to put my mouth on something.
Bring that 5th cow dick
there you
over
go.
here.
Took me a minute to get there, but just put my mouth on something.
Okay, last question. Your significant other, imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, your significant other is kidnapped and being held 30 minutes away. You're driving to rescue them. Do you have music playing? And if so, what music?
Well, because she's a Russian mail order bride,
Yep.
I want to play some Russian music.
Okay.
I don't know what that would be, but like Inkasamka.
What's the movie with
Rocky 4.
Dr. Zhivago? There's that famous theme song. Anyway.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, that was the blitz. Let's go over your answers. 7 o'clock on the dot. Where's Usher? You said doing a bad Michael Jackson impersonation.
Yes.
You said sitting people at the movie theater. The correct top is in his drop top cruising the streets.
Okay.
That's the
we
correct
both
top?
missed that one.
It's correct answer. He's in his drop top cruising the streets. It's from the song Nice and Slow from Usher.
All right.
It was on the radio the other day. Made me think of it.
Famously bad tipper, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, I've also heard Tiger Woods is as well.
Okay, we're gonna go with John's answer because he actually talked about Usher. You talked about a guy.
Talk about Usher.
They don't have ushers at movie
1 to
theaters
nothing,
anymore. This
1 to
isn't
nothing now.
What do they
1965.
call it? That's why the movie theater experience is going downhill.
You pick your own seat now. They don't need an usher. Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what is oomph? You said basically a sexual thrusting.
Yes,
And
into
you
a
said
warm and wet place.
A banging of a floor.
The sound the girl makes on Private Parts when he turns the bass up, when she says on the speaker.
Oomph. Okay.
Oomph from the speaker.
OOMF. Oomph stands for one of my followers
Oh.
on Twitter.
Oh, so nobody close.
Using the sentence, oomph has to stop sharing pictures of his abs.
That was abs.
Yeah.
No apps.
That was
Oh,
abs.
abs. You said
Abs. Yeah. That was. I threw you. See, everyone thinks Urban Dictionary is always going to be sexual. You know, not always.
It sounds sexual.
Sometimes it's dumb as well. Third one. Where does vanilla flavoring come from?
John's correct on this one.
No.
What?
It is a chemical compound that mostly comes from a beaver's castor sacs, which are located between the pelvis and the base of the tail. Because of its close proximity to the anal glands, castrum is often a combination of castor gland secretions, anal gland secretions, and urine.
Vanilla
Okay,
extract.
Wait a minute. So
Doesn't come from the vanilla
flavor
bean?
of vanilla. So if somebody's out there squeezing beavers and getting
somebody's squeezing beaver butts to
Beaver butts.
No, to make vanilla.
to make vanilla.
I
What's
have
the-
a problem with that because there's.
What's the vanilla?
So every time you have
bean
any
then?
fake vanilla, you basically lick the beaver's ass.
Oh wait, so you're saying fake vanilla?
Vanilla flavoring.
Oh, vanilla
Where
flavoring
does
is not really from
flavoring come
vanilla.
from?
You said extract.
Wow.
I said vanilla flavoring.
You know what?
No.
Them beavers are important and they're part of.
What's your favorite ice cream,
And
John? Is
hey,
it vanilla?
All I can think
Mine
about
is not
is
vanilla.
that question. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dad jokes. Next one. What's more fun, sex or getting drunk and grocery shopping?
Sex.
You said sex. Cody said getting drunk and grocery shopping.
How many times have you had sex? I've gone getting drunk and going grocery shopping at least twice.
Yeah. So, Cody he spilled his heart out to us. I'm gonna give him a point. He gets one.
Yes. So we're 1-1.
No, it's 1, 2.
Did John win the first 4?
No, there's 2-1 and then 1. No contest. 2 to
So
1.
2-1, you guys.
Yeah. First person ever milked a cow. What do you think they were actually trying to do? Cody said trying to
Put their mouth on something.
Suck the cow's
Trying to put their mouth
fifth
on something.
dick. And what was yours?
I kind of said the same thing, and then they tasted it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Cody copied you, so you'll get the point.
I'm good. 3-1, people.
But it's weird. Do you ever think about like where did things come from? Then you're
Yeah.
Like somebody.
Like,
just
who's
all
the
of a
first-
sudden,
There is
like,
a,
this cow's got this little hangy thing. Let me just squeeze it and see what happens.
I read in a book there's an extract of bark that the tree has to be a certain amount of years old when the bark becomes a certain quality where the tribesmen can throw it or woman into the water and it stuns the fish but makes them not poisonous and then they can eat them. Right, and you think about the process of that discovery, how many years it took, because who's the first person? First, the tree has to get that old.
Yep.
Then they have to figure out, throw it in the water. Then
You're
somebody
like,
has to be the
year
first
one
one to
didn't
eat
work.
that fish.
Yeah. Well, it's like the first person to ever eat raw fish.
Well, like
Yeah.
the tree. Year 1 didn't work. Year 2 didn't work. You're like, how many years you got to try this?
Yeah.
Like how many people you think ate puffer fish, but they decided, you know what, maybe we should cook this.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you think someone tried for the first time for no reason?
Probably putting their mouth on the fifth udder of a cow. I'm gonna go with that one.
So you're saying you've done that?
No, I'm saying that was your answer.
Oh.
We had a recent thing on our show where we were like 2 truths and a lie. No, two lies and a truth, and you have to
Yeah.
figure out which one of the 3 is
actually
the truth.
truthful?
But I put in
That's a
on
great
my
idea.
second one because I went to China one time. I put in I ate goat balls, and it was a lie because I ate goat dick. Somebody came with a food truck item on a skewer and said, "Here, have this,"
Yeah.
and I ate it. They went, "You just ate goat dick," and it was like spirally and sinewy and weird.
Oh.
And Truman serves the most amazing one.
They have the best goat dick pizza here. It's just goat dick. If you want, ask nicely.
And the
you decide
Alabama
goat
sauce
balls.
on that is
Have you ever
Alabama
had?
white sauce on the goat dick pizza. It's fire.
Have you ever had? What are they called?
turkey balls.
No, the old cow, like they're like cow balls or bull ball or whatever.
Yeah, the Colorado or something.
Colorado oysters or something like that.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, they're good.
I got this close to eating.
And they're
one
playing
time,
at Woolies this Thursday.
Yes.
What now?
I
VIP
got this
tickets still
close to eating
available.
one time. I was in Colorado, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" And I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, and someone I don't even remember who it was. Someone that's clearly a better friend than him stopped me from eating it.
Why? You gotta try new foods, man.
You got to try new food.
I don't know.
You,
like
you eat like a 6-year-old, man.
I try a lot of things.
You eat Hamburger Helper and Lunchables. That's your diet. On
First
a
of all, I
daily basis.
haven't had a Lunchable. Have you been to stores? They're out.
Hy-Vee has them on sale, 10 for $10. How dare you? Last of the Blitz. Your significant other is kidnapped. You win automatically. Cody made this whole thing up. He doesn't have a significant other.
Yeah, that's why.
Cody, you lose.
No one would kidnap a blow-up doll. So
John, you've kept Cody's streak of not winning alive,
Yay.
and we
we're
appreciate
gonna end
it.
season 4 with 0 victories for me.
Yes.
You still have 0 victories this whole.
Zero
This whole
victories.
season, I got 1 victory in the entire show.
And
We're closing in on 100 episodes.
At 80 episodes, Cody has 0 victories.
Closing in on 100. I'm not even there yet.
So it'd be 44 of them would be yours, because 44 would be mine. I think I won 2.
I think I tied 1, so I'm down 1. I'm down a half 1.
That's good.
But you
odds.
know what? You got to keep trying and keep going at it.
Hey, you get the first draft pick, so you're good.
John, what advice do you have for somebody that's just failed so often like me?
Well, my advice is start your day with Wordle because it's one.
100%.
Wordle is one.
I do that.
It's one question. It's not a crossword. It's not. It's just one little puzzle a day. And when you get 3 or 4 of those in a row going, you're going to start to gain that confidence.
And it's only
and you'll
5
bring
letters.
that to the game. It's only 5 letters.
Yeah.
I can count to
Good.
that many.
After this commercial break, let's talk about Wordle because I have questions about it because I play it every day.
I play it every day too.
Yes. Let's give a shout out real quick. Truman's, thanks for having us. Like we said before,
Check
we got
out
Brunch and Bangers on the weekends, live music on Fridays, right on the corner of Southeast 6th and MLK. They got Pizza of the Months every month.
Yeah, this is something
Hey.
to taco about.
Yeah, also a beautiful patio.
And then apple of my pie pizza. So
I'm excited for that to come in and have that Eggs Benedict.
The Eggs Benny
Pizza.
breakfast pizza, I highly recommend. It's fantastic.
both of these look delicious. Apple of my pie sounds sounds like the breakfast pizza, garlic butter base, apple cider, Granny Smith apple chunks, jalapenos. Whew, it sounds really good.
Well,
And then
you should order one. But
every Monday starting next week,
yeah, they got the.
got
You know,
I got it right here.
we got
Truman's-
a comedy showcase
Comedy Showcase, hosted by Perry, who
Yep.
actually did his episode.
podcast from here.
He's on podcast with us from here.
Yeah,
Truman,
Starts at 7
named
p.m.
after Harry Truman, who was a Missouri native, right? Must be.
Yes, I believe that's why.
Yes,
And he's one of my favorite presidents. Really is.
Cody,
And by the way, read that read the biography. He's the one who said, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
he's the one that said that.
Yeah.
Cody, who's your favorite president?
Ever?
Yeah, real quick. 'Cause
Lincoln.
We're talking about this. Me too. You know why? Freed the slaves, hunted vampires. Great president.
That's really true.
Close second, JFK, just because of Marilyn Monroe. She was a babe.
How you do it? JFK coined the phrase, sometimes you just need to go on a drive and clear your head. And good for him.
That's really true.
Yeah.
He's the biggest convertible salesman of all
Yeah.
time.
But while you're out driving your car and you get hungry, Bebop's fantastic drive-throughs
Yeah.
get you through quick. Are you a Bebop's fan?
Oh, yeah. The burgers, dynamite.
Fire.
Drive-through, drive-in feel burgers, man.
Yeah.
And at
Juicy.
most of theirs you can do. I'd say about half now because the new ones don't do both.
Yeah.
The new ones they have dine-in, but the other ones you can drive through passenger side or driver's side.
Well, and if you get drive-through, you can take it home to go in your new house that you just want to buy from the Mullen Group.
Yeah. Nice tie-in.
Like that?
So you eat your Bebop's burger in the house you buy from Mullen Group, and do it. You get the chicken sandwich from Bebop's. You put a little Lola's on it.
There you go.
Killing it.
Yes.
While you're at home
Three-
eating,
3 for
you can
1.
listen to Kyle and John's podcast.
Yeah.
Thursday nights, the podcast.
And you can-
Just a great time.
Yeah. And you can go online and see who's playing live at Truman's on Friday. We're great. Here's a word from all the sponsors.
Is that called
We'll
a-
be right back. That's a callback.
callback.
That's a callback.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
Bebop's, big tasty burgers, hot crispy fries, and great chocolate shakes.
So why do you come to Bebop's?
The burgers are fresh and fast, and it tastes great.
I like the pork fritters and chicken sandwiches.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
There's only one place we go. Bebop's.
Oh, Bebop's, better than good.
Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, a generational family recipe using the world's hottest peppers for great flavor. They're vegan, non-GMO project verified, kosher, and all natural. Find them online at lolasfinehotsauce.com. Use promo code AskTheEightBall for 10% off your purchase. Are you in the market for buying or selling a home? Get a hold of the best in the business, the Mullen Group at RE/MAX Revolutions. You can get a hold of Sean at 515-306-2028. Again, RE/MAX Revolution, Sean Mullen at 515-306-2028.
Let's see. I am
Yeah. Here's
50 played. Win percentage is 92%. So what does it show you?
Well, you just have to kind of count.
Add them up. 38.
Well, what's your longest streak? You just have to count how many
hashtag
times you
math.
played.
Here's my problem with Wordle. And do it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys.
Hi,
Thank
everybody.
you to our
12.
sponsors,
12 the longest streak.
Lola's, Bebop's, the Mullen Group, and also Truman's Pizza Tavern. Thank you all, you guys. We appreciate it. And thanks to you guys for watching and listening to us. My issue with Wordle, I played every day. About every 4 or 5 days, my streak resets because I would clear my cache and stuff out on my phone and my history and stuff.
What porn are you trying to hide from Tiff?
Part of it's porn, yeah, whatever. But I still, why doesn't it still save? Because I'm not closing the window out on it. Like, the window on my phone app's still open. So I lose my streak.
You lose your streak. That stinks.
And I get so mad about it because I played it every day for, the last 3 months.
So the only streak you have is in your underpants then.
Correct. and my phone doesn't keep track of that.
That's the maturity that we are looking at.
And so that's my beef with Wordle is that,
Well, it's not with Wordle, right? It's with whatever...
Yeah, but I blame Wordle for it because that's the only thing that I care about that keeps the streak on it. That and my time hop.
What's your time hop streak at?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me look.
I don't know what time hop is.
Time hop. So
it's an app on your phone that keeps track of everything you've done over the years, and each day it shows you did this on this day 2 years ago.
Cool.
3 years ago.
Yeah. So
I get it.
My streak, 2196.
Thanks for reminding me. Because
what do you mean? So what is a streak?
I've checked into this app 2196 days.
Like on here, it's 1 year ago. I had this picture. 2 years ago, this picture.
I might do that, dudes.
2 years ago.
Dudes.
Yeah. So it's just different things.
So the only Wordles I ever have missed, there's the first one because I didn't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
And then the other ones that I get almost, so the only one I've lost, it's the same reason why the other ones I get to 6 and I save it somehow, is when you have a word that is like shame, which can be shape, share,
which was the other day. Right?
Shade.
Yeah.
And you get to number 6. You have one more. You have number 5. You got one more to go. And you're like, it could be D, M, P. Though that's the one I lost was that one.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'm shape.
See, the most recent one I lost was I put it was mist. I think it was MIDST, and I put moist. Midst.
Well, dude, but no, what's
and I put moist as my final answer.
Yeah. I do a starting word. I do. I either do.
I do today as my starting word.
I think you need to change that starting. That's not a great starting word.
No,
because Y is very rare anyway.
I do. What is it?
That's probably why I haven't gotten any in the top first 3 yet. Yes. I've got 0 in the top 3.
I have heist, and I'm very happy with it. HEIST. Think about that word.
I've
been covers a lot.
I've been going with
covers
fight.
The SHs
a lot.
What?
Fight a lot.
FIGHT.
Yeah.
Again.
A lot of letters you're gonna use. Common letters. I feel like.
But you gotta have at least 2 vowels in that starting word. Gotta have an E in there.
Fight. Well, yeah.
Because you need an E because E is so prevalent, right? And you need some combinations. Heist is great because it has in it TH, it has SH, it has E.
So I usually go fight and then mound. Because then
I go mound and round on the second one very often, dude. Yeah,
you're using 10 different letters you have music for.
Yeah, I do movies, or movies usually my first one, even though V's not in there.
Wow, I think you guys are very harming your entire journey by that bad first word.
I like throwing as many vowels out at first as I can.
You could also do the challenge where you start every. This is making it more difficult.
Yeah.
You start every Wordle. Is your starting word is yesterday's answer. That's a challenge. That makes things more interesting.
It's not a bad idea.
Until I get past 12 in a row, I'm not gonna.
I'm
not
currently
that smart.
on 31 or 32 in a row, and my max is 60 something.
Good. I'm gonna challenge myself to not watch porn for 2 months, just so I can get 60 days on Wordle.
I will try porns as my first.
There we go.
Porns as my first one tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
I like that. The guy who invented the game is named Wardle with an A.
Okay.
Spelled.
And he did it for his girlfriend because she wanted a game to play or something. And they sold it to the New York Times for an undisclosed amount. Well, it better have been big, dude.
It better have been at least 9 figures.
Right?
Yeah. 100 million or more.
Remember that phone game? I wish off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. Everyone played it. It was probably about 3 years ago. And it was at like 7 o'clock every night. They went live.
Oh, it was a trivia game.
Yeah, it was a trivia game. They went live on the phone.
Yeah, they still make 36 cents, those fuckers. Couldn't cash out till you got to like I got to.
And finally, like the host of the show, who was fantastic, everyone loved him. He wanted X amount of dollars, and they're like, no,
well, they end up come up like,
and they replaced them with different hosts, and the game just tanked, and nobody ever.
Well, they ended up coming with like 3 different versions, and that version stayed the same, like the best one, but you had to get to like $10 cash out, and if at the very end, how many people? It was a max prize of, we'll say it's $100, and 36 people got to the end. They divided the $100 by 30, so you won a penny.
Yeah,
and that's not cool.
But it was fun.
It was fun,
but it's a fun game.
Yeah, it was fun.
But at 7 p.m., I'm not usually in a quiet spot a lot of times.
Yeah, we need to bring this back. The 3 of us come together. We'll bring this back.
I'm in.
We'll call it Turtle. It'll be 6 letters long.
Ooh.
Well, there is a 6-letter and 7-letter Wordle. There is that.
Oh, is there?
Oh, is
Yeah,
there
is.
I only
that.
played the 5-letter one.
Is there one letter?
I only want the 5-letter one. It's perfect morning. It's like having a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Boom.
I wake up in the morning, do my morning routine, play Wordle, go about my
What's
day.
your morning routine?
Yeah.
Well, it's jacking. It's taking it.
That's why my history gets fucked up. You can't jack and drive anymore. It's against the law.
Can't jack and drive anymore.
Jack and Drive. That's the next podcast.
It's that essay ball. It's going to be the Jack and Drive
Yeah,
podcast.
it's
It was so funny because have you ever had like a joke going with your buddy and you're both laughing your butt off and then the person tops it in a way that makes you disgusted and you're like, oh. So I was once talking about masturbating on the way to North Dakota for a gig with Bill Blank.
Yeah.
And he's like, and all you
Wait,
got
what-
is, and then Bill
in the car, or you were talking to him with?
I don't know where we were when we were talking about this, but Bill just is so good at finding a detail that it just makes it so hilariously real. And I was like, yeah, jack it off of the car on the way to the thing, and I thought I was being all edgy. He's like, and all you got is McDonald's napkins, and I just was like. It'd be one thing if we said napkins.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Not only are you a piece of shit for masturbating in the car, but you're also a piece of shit because you got McDonald's.
You're just thinking about
Yeah, right.
the brown tri-fold.
Oh, yeah.
It's only the quarter fold on one side and you lift it up.
Yep.
I just went in the full detail when you said
Yeah,
that.
that's Bill.
hilarious.
That's Bill, And I was
It's
like,
hilarious.
And I got mad. I'm like, dude. And he's like, you're mad at me because I just topped your shit.
He's like, I know you so well. I just called you out. I knew exactly what you were doing. Like, come on, John.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because, I mean, look, when you're traveling, it's about McDonald's or Subway or gas station food.
There's not a lot of great healthy choices along America's roadways.
In North Dakota, I can't imagine.
No. I know.
Like,
I
you
just
gotta get
got
lucky to
booked.
hit a raccoon and maybe cook it on the engine block or something.
Right?
What's the least favorite city you've had a gig in? Like, what was
Wow,
your,
that's
you went there
interesting.
and you're just like,
Or do you have a show? Like, what's the show that stands out as like maybe a heckler or the worst show? Like,
Well, I mean, this is really a true story, and I have a joke that came out of it, but the middle of South Dakota, still Rapid City a little bit, but a lot of Rapid City, South Dakota, or crowds in South Dakota are extremely stoic. I don't know what's going on there. They are just a stern, hard laugh to get. And like I have a joke that comes out of it. I say, I recently performed for a group of farmers in South Dakota, which was exactly like performing for a painting of a group of farmers in South Dakota. Because I really did a gig, and I told them on stage 20 minutes in, oh my God, you guys are like performing for a painting. And they came up after, you were great.
you were great.
but then it laughed the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, thanks, Mount Rushmore. But the thing is that I can tell you that one significant change, which is interesting, and many Minnesota comics noticed this, was for years and years and years in the 1990s, and I'm sure before that, Rochester, where the Mayo Clinic is in Minnesota, was whatever venue they had, you couldn't buy a laugh. But then that Goonies Club opened up. A guy named Mark Clampy opened up Goonies, and all of a sudden it was like it's like another club like this, a Funny Business in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If you don't kill, something's wrong. Like everybody can kill there.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with this club.
Yeah.
So
They're
that's
just excited to see people.
that's the only thing that comes to mind. But yeah, no, Rochester early on was like that. But
I imagine you got to speak like very slowly, use short words.
Where?
In Rochester.
Well, not Rochester, Minnesota. A lot of international crowds, and maybe it was different because maybe there were a lot of international crowds were coming to see comics, but because the Mayo Clinic is, I mean, literally you go to that hotel and there's Al Jazeera's on the TV because there's so many people from around the world coming for cancer treatments.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I can't really think of. I don't do well. You know where I don't do well at all? In Texas. I had a hard time like doing any. I went down there a few times doing a comedy club, and finally the owner said to me when I was like, I want to be booked again there, and he goes, John, how well do you think you do when you headline this club?
Yeah.
And I was like, not that well. I don't know.
Have you showed him your Bill Clinton impression though? Go on there, Bill Clinton.
No, I mean,
What part of Texas?
Houston.
Though? Houston? Okay.
Yeah, tough, different crowds. I don't know, and
Austin, you'd probably be all right in.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I mean, the thing was when I got to New York, the biggest thing I did in New York coming from Minnesota was I didn't change anything. I just was like, whether it was really, on the weekends, predominantly black, Hispanic crowds, Latino, I would do great. It was because I was not trying to change for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just was Minnesota boy. And that's the same thing I do in Texas, but I just hard laughs.
Okay.
Who knows why?
Well, it's like Pete Lee does those Wisconsin jokes, and
Pete Lee's fantastic.
He's so funny. He kills it.
He's so funny. And see how much just, I mean, he really, I know Pete.
Yeah.
And the last time he was here,
Yeah.
75% of his act, he was just bullshitting off the crowd.
Yeah, we had him on the show, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was absolutely hilarious. And like he just off the cuff, like we didn't have really anything planned for him. We're just like, let's see where this goes, and he just so much just boom, boom, boom.
He's
just
great.
feed it off of us. Just talked about his shows, and then his show, he just crowd.
Isn't he wonderful?
Yeah, his Instagrams, he posts videos from the show.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah, Pete's amazing, and he's a great friend of mine, and through the years, and it's just always just on an upward trajectory, doing very well.
Yeah,
I follow him on TikTok now, and he
extremely nice guy.
It's very funny to follow. I enjoy following him. So we got to thank you.
And he's a surfer.
Is he?
He surfs. Yeah, he surfs a lot in L.A. Okay, sorry.
No, I was just saying thank you for helping us get on the show. I appreciate that.
Oh no,
you're the one that helped us
I
get
appreciate
that.
you guys. Anytime I know the dude, I will tell them. And I wanted to get that guy.
Dale
Greg-
Jones was fantastic.
Dale Jones was great
Dale
too.
Jones
Yeah.
is one of the funniest people in the world.
He was so. And
He was
after,
so, like-
after his show at the Funny Bone, I was over at the Irish, the bar next door to it, and he came over, and I sat and like we ripped shots together and had some drinks and had a conversation with him, and it was one of the best, just like random conversations of a person I don't really know I've had in my life.
That's fantastic.
And
Isn't
was
he
so much
wonderful
fun.
on stage?
Oh, fantastic!
Oh my God, I'm like, you know what? And you know what's interesting about it is, I wish that he would have been. I have because I know what Dave Letterman liked to have on a panel.
Yeah.
To have as a guest.
Yeah.
I wish those two guys' careers aligned because he would have had Dale Jones on.
Yeah.
Every year.
Oh yeah.
Because Dale going on there and going, I don't know, Dave, because his joke about what did he say? Rural. Well, I grew up on Rural 99 or whatever.
Rural Route 99. Yeah.
I grew up on rural road. She goes, even my dog's going rural. Like, I can't do him, but I mean, I told Barbie, you got to come and see this guy.
Dude, he was fantastic. He was hilarious. I followed him too, and
My teacher told me I was tardy. I said, I don't think you could call people that. And the thing he does when somebody comes in late up front, and he catches them up by going like, my name's Dale, my favorite color's potato. Okay. And he goes back, like he always has one line like that just catches them up, and they're like 20 different lines.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
My favorite color's potato.
So other than the show, Kyle, you got any other like stand-up shows coming up or anything else going on?
You know what? It's corporates coming up this fall and winter, and then I know that stuff's going to come in. I'll probably be appearing a little bit at Teehees and probably at Funny Bone. That's what's going on. And otherwise, if you want to see me, go to see Kyle Dunnigan on his current tour. He's going to be this weekend in San Francisco. I believe that's the Punchline. He'll be there for 4 shows this weekend, and I'll be Bill Clinton there. And
nice.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, John, we appreciate you having on come on the
guys are
show,
the best.
and
Thank you.
Appreciate your help with
Thank
everything
you
you've
so
done to
much.
help us. So
No problem. I'll continue to try.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's been great. Everyone check out the Kyle Dunnigan. Am I saying that right? Dunnigan.
Kyle Dunnigan Show.
Dunnigan.
This week on Thursday night. Sorry, it's going to be just what we call the after party, which is more casual hangout. But the next week Thursday we will be live doing this live sketch show. Kyle
There you
Dunnigan
go.
Show.
And look up John's most famous scene in Spin City. Right? You're in Spin City?
Spin City. I'm very small roles in Spin City, Thomas Crown Affair, Law and Order Special Victims.
There we go. There we go.
SVU all day. Thanks to Trumans, thanks to Lola's, thanks to Bebops, thanks to the Mullen team, and thanks to John for coming on the show. We'll see you guys for
Next season.
Season 5.
Season
Yeah.
5, episode 1 premiere.
There we go.
Season
Thanks, guys.
5.